go. The real saving factor to this thing is Captain Caviar just being able to burst down the enemy super quickly with the feather, and then just leaving just T-Knight, Stardust, and Squidding to finish the job here and there. And T-Knight is able to, you know, utilize the max stack at the end. Especially if there's no Stardust in the enemy team, it works out wonders. But I think it's not bad here. Yeah, I think it's not bad. This actually might be the best one that I've seen so far. Alright guys, so with the release of T-Knight Cookie's new Magic Candy, he has returned to the meta with his new one-shot comp, and this one right over here is going to be the one that I shared with you guys yesterday with his review. And this is going to be the one that has pretty much given me almost a 94% win rate, and is actually going to be the one that has allowed me to even reach up to top 100 after the review that I've done. And just keep in mind guys that there are going to be various different varieties of T-Knight one-shot comp, but this one's the one that has given me the best result. So I want to share with this one with you guys, and then I'll share the other ones as well with different cookies and the toppings. But let's get into the toppings for this one, and it is going to be with T-Knight using full solid almond. Of course, I do recommend at least about 45% damage resist, because there are going to be times when T-Knight is going to be hit by Stardust Cookie's Sign of the Star debuff, allowing T-Knight to just kind of take a ton of damage compared to the other cookies. So I do recommend, if possible, to try to maximize on the damage resist. And then if you guys can get some extra attack speed, very helpful. I do like to put a little bit of cooldown, but it is not required. I would say the couple other substats are going to be attack and crit as well. But I do recommend, if you guys can, T-Knight Cookie's Magic Candy should be around level 10 if you know, you guys are trying to find a little bit higher promotion and ascension. But you know, it does work out at level 1 as well. And the next one is going to be Space Donut. Space Donut is using 5 of the Searing Raspberry, focusing on that 2.8% cooldown, and then of course damage resist and other subsets like attack, crit, and damage resist. It's important for Space Donut to also die off, you know, before T-Knight, so that's the reason why I'm going with Searing Raspberry here. And then we have our Stardust with Juicy Apple Jelly here, focusing on the damage resist as well as a bit on the cooldown. You don't necessarily need the cooldown, but it does help out. And then of course attack and crit percentage. And then we got our Captain Caviar, very important, focusing on the attack, crit, and that's pretty much it. Attack speed does help out, but I just don't have it on him, and it still works out pretty fine. But the damage resist 0%. It just allows him to die off really quickly, allow him to use his torpedoes twice. If he is dying off way too fast and he's not even able to cast his first time spell, then adding a little bit of damage resist, like 5%, will definitely help out. And then we got Squidding, 5 of the Searing Raspberry here as well, attack, damage resist. You know, you guys can actually put in some extra damage resist by adding solid almond if Squidding is dying off way too quickly. It does work out for me because all of my cookies are that are epic are at around 5-star ascension. So against higher you know, starred enemies as well as higher spec enemies, they do survive relatively well to at least cast their spell at least one time. All right, and then the treasures are going to be the scroll as well as the insignia and the feather. Feather is really important for Captain Caviar to use his skill twice. I do like to go with the scroll instead of the whistle, because yes, the whistle does give Caviar as well as someone like Squidding some extra damage, but it does not allow T-Knight to take advantage of the 60% attack boost when you know, he's the last one standing, because he's not the initial one to take the whistle buff. So I do like to go with the scroll instead. All right, so let's go into the arena with this team, and then let me show you guys the other variations as well in this video. Here we go, and this is going to be the Wildberry comp here. This one actually might be a pretty tough to beat, because Wildberry sometimes might, you know, keep the other cookies alive. But here we go, this is not going to be a problem for us this time around, because we did get to get rid of Wildberry as well as Hollyberry with the 2 torpedoes that Captain Caviar did send out. And there you guys go. T-Knight kind of cleaning it up, and then of course Captain Caviar doing the most damage. You guys can't see, but here you guys go, 2.5 million. And here we go guys, this one is going to be another double tank, double DPS with a double tank as well, or I already said that. So one thing here guys that can happen is if they have a really high ascended, Snapdragon, and your cookies are not able to maybe like kill off Stardust or someone like that really quickly, then there are times when Snapdragon's heal, auto heal, will actually just out heal T Knight's actual damage. There are times when that is possible and their damage is just too high. So just keep that in mind. That may happen, but this time around, T Knight did carry the team here with 4 million damage. And here we go, another one here. All right, so against majority of the double tank, double DPSs right now, I do have a good like over 90% win rate. There are going to be times when, yes, their cooldowns and stuff are going to just kind of mess up our skill orders. But if it's not like super high spec differences where they have like a 5-star Ascension Stardust, 5-star Ascension Moonlight and stuff like that, you do most likely win. But just keep in mind when you guys are versing a 2-1-2 or something like that, there are times when Herb is going to be in the team, and that would be a huge counter to T Knight one-shot comp or one-shot comps in general. There are times when Brute sometimes will, stun our cookies and prevent them from using their skill properly. So there is that too. But majority of the time right now, against most 2-2-1 comps, very good win rate. And this time around, T Knight 2.8 million again. Alright guys, so for those who do not have Stardust, there are two different variations as well. And that is going to be either with Black Pearl. And when you guys are using Black Pearl, I do recommend to use the Juicy Apple Jelly topping instead of anything like the full solid almond that has been used previously. Because again, you want them to die earlier than T Knight, and Black Pearl does have one of the longer dodges inside of the game, going down into the ocean or the ground and kind of damaging the enemy that way. So there is that portion as well. And then of course, if you do not have Black Pearl or Stardust and still have Moonlight, Moonlight is also an option here, guys. And for Moonlight, it would most likely be a full Searing Raspberry build. Moonlight does want to not really have super fast cooldown either, because she does have the ability to dodge, and sometimes the Sandra Star debuff that should be going on to her is going on to T Knight a little bit faster, kind of killing him off earlier than he's supposed to. All right, so there is that portion too. But in my opinion, I really did have the best outcome with Stardust, so I wanted to share the Stardust comp with you guys. But yeah, this is going to be the one that I have personally been using. I know there's a lot of different variations going out there inside of the arena, but good luck to you guys. I definitely recommend, if you guys have the ability to at least level up T Knight Cookies Magic Candy to +10. I don't think 20 and 30 is really like super necessary, but of course the higher you can get it, the better it is. I do recommend, I will go over it in another video, but Wildberry at getting up to +10 is not going to be a bad idea too, and I'll share the comp with you guys soon as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.